and welcome to the Florissant City Council meeting for June 26th, 2023. I'd ask you all to stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Manganelli?
Here.
Egan?
Here.
Caputa?
Here.
Childreth?
Here.
O'Donnell?
Here.
Pagano? Here. Parson? Siam? Harris?
Here.
Let the record reflect that a quorum is present this evening. Approval of the minutes. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes of June 12th, 2023. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes of June 12th, 2023? Seeing none, Mr. Harris makes a motion to approve the minutes that is seconded by Ms. Pagano. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the minutes shall be approved. Our next item on the agenda is hearing from citizens. This is a time to speak to the council on any issue not necessarily on the agenda for a period of 3 minutes. This is not a question or answer period. If you'd like to speak to a council person or the mayor, please stay until after the meeting is concluded, and we will accommodate that request. If you are here to speak on a public hearing, please wait and speak when the public hearing is announced. If you are interested in making comment, please fill out a comment card at the entryway to the council chambers and hand it to our city attorney. June Schmidt.
Thank you.
If you'll please state your name, although I just did.
I am June Schmidt, 1470 Estrade in Ward 2. Thank you to all of you for your service. Most of you have represented Florissant for a lot of years. I know most of you. You have made Florissant strong. I did not speak at the public hearing at the last meeting because I wanted to hear more details. I have no problem rezoning the shopping center, but do not approve a car wash. I mentioned the car wash to a lot of people, and everyone I spoke to is against it because we have enough car washes already. There are 2 car washes very close to the one at Flower Valley. My husband took me through the car wash yesterday, and it was fast and efficient. The only complaint I have with the one on Lindbergh is too many people waiting to turn left into it. I have gotten stuck behind that traffic on more than one occasion. There are a lot of restrictions for this shopping center. I do not think the car wash should be approved until we know the plans for the rest of the shopping center. We need to make sure that the car wash will complement other businesses at the shopping center. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Schmidt. Any others? The next item on the agenda is communications, of which there are none. Public hearings. Next on the agenda is public hearings. Public hearing number 2306012. Is the petitioner present?
Yes, I do. In accordance with Section 405.135 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri, in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, June 26, 2023, at 7 p.m. on the following proposition: to authorize a special use permit to Town Grill to allow the operation of a carry-out restaurant for the property located at 18 Patterson Plaza Shopping Center in a B3 extensive business district. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email kgoodwin@florissant1.com.
Again, is the petitioner present? Good evening. Step forward, sir. If you'll tell us your name and tell us about your plan, we'd like to hear it.
Ibrahim Aisha. I'm opening up a restaurant. It's called Town Grill. Most of it is going to be a grill. It's going to be a little fried chicken, but most of it is like grill and sandwiches and burgers and all this stuff. That's it.
Mr. Caputo?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, welcome tonight. I'm the councilman there at Patterson Plaza. I haven't had a chance to talk with you and speak with you about this program, or about this business. What kind of food would you be having? I mean, barbecue, just hamburgers?
Yeah, no cooking outside barbecue like the old owner. Everything inside cooking.
Your hours of operation?
From about 10 to 6 or 7.
10 to 6 or 7?
Yeah, yeah. Whenever it's limit time I have there.
7 days a week, 6 days a week, Monday through Sunday?
7 days a week. I haven't
days a
decided yet, but 7 days a week for now.
Okay. All right. I know a lot of times we have had problems in that area with trash in the front of the building where you're putting your business, and in the back also. So, being a carry-out business only, we would like to see, or I would like to see, a commitment from you to keep your place clean, and also to have a trash can, outside of your building, right there by your door, so people can possibly,
Yeah,
get the hint to use the trash can instead of just throwing everything outside on the parking lot.
sure.
We have had problems with that before, and it seems like now we're trying to get a little handle on it a little bit better than what it was.
That's
So
good.
and I want to keep it that way, and if possibly that's your commitment of having the business, and you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have, Mr. President. Thank you.
You're not planning on serving any alcohol, are you, sir?
No alcohol.
Mr. Parson?
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good.
All right. Do you have any other grills, or is this your first venture into the restaurant business?
Actually, I had like 3 of them, but I sold them. I have a little accident in 2019, and I sold everything.
Okay.
And now, since that time, I'm opening up a new one.
Okay.
So
Where were
they're
your
being
other?
home and,
I'm sorry. Where were your other restaurants? Sorry to tell you.
I have one in Natural Bridge and Taylor. This when I had the accident. And I have one in Kings Highway. It's called Pop's Fish and Chicken.
Okay.
And one in Bill Fountain called Pop's Fish and Chicken also.
Okay. And you're the sole owner of this? Would be the sole owner of this restaurant?
I'm the owner.
You are the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many employees do you believe you may have working for you?
Maybe two or three. It depends if I get busy or not.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Pagano?
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
So right now it's just going for carryout,
Correct.
right? And
Yes.
eventually you want to add seating, is that? I was looking at some plans.
For the future, yeah.
in-
Next door to the next location.
Okay,
It's not done, but it needs to be constructed and, fixed.
all right. So, but there's no drive-through, no?
No doubt.
Okay. All right, perfect, thank you.
Last question, sir. I noticed when I went by there, or over the weekend, that there's a corral in the back, a fenced-in area. Is that where the dumpster for that business is, or is that some type of cooking area or prep area?
It used to be a cooking area there. Yeah, but I don't want to do cooking area, but the dumpster is going to be next to it.
The dumpster will be inside of that?
No, outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Thank you. Seeing no further comment, before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a comment? Seeing none, Mr. Caputo makes a motion to close the public hearing that is seconded by Mr. Siam. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the public hearing is considered closed. Thank you, sir, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bills for second reading. Substitute Bill number 9885. Councilman Harris moves to accept the substitute bill, seconded by Mr. Manganelli. Any discussion? Mr. Siam.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to ask the council and the city attorney if we can or should add a requirement to demolish the existing Kmart building to this. Okay, I'm sorry if it was in there and I didn't see it. I was trying to read through it and I didn't catch it.
That's a substitute. That the building, the current Kmart building will be raised.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And this substitute bill is accepted. Mr. Siam makes a motion for a second reading, seconded by Mr. Manganelli. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to rezone the property located at 1 Flower Valley Shopping Center from a B3 Extensive Business District to B5 Planned Commercial District to allow for a car wash.
Councilman Siam makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Parson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to rezone the property located at 1 Flower Valley Shopping Center from B5 Extensive Business District to B3 Extensive Business District to B5 Planned Commercial District to allow for a car wash.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make comment on this? Mr. O'Donnell, absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. President. My intention is not to persuade or necessarily dissuade, but I just wanted to kind of express my thoughts, and I guess I'm not necessarily talking to the petitioners, but maybe to the people. And I know the feelings and echoed in our presentation from our citizen that's present about the feeling about car washes. Mr. Manganelli and I were speaking generally about the topic, and I thought it was kind of ironic when he pointed out that there are 5 insurance agencies along St. Francis, but nobody ever says we have too many insurance agencies. So I understand where people are coming from, because even though it's something we all use, and I don't mean to disparage or in any way say that that's not a vital kind of thing or an important type of business, but I see the feeling is that we want something different, we want something new. But I guess for me, when I look at this, I see potential and maybe a greater good. And the fact that this company owns a large parcel of this area, and that it is going to be or intended to be demolished, since it's an eyesore as it exists right now, and that it could become parceled in lease or in purchase for something better even than we can know about right now. And I wish, like, and maybe as the citizens voiced tonight, that we knew what that plan was. I don't know that there's a way to have a handle on that. So from a business standpoint, when you're investing, there has to be a return before you can then put money back into a development. So in that regard, I listened to the presentation and Mr. Camp and others, and it seems to me that you present as a man of principle, and the company kind of comes across that way. So I just have trust that in a business sense, for what's good for your company is going to make this better and not let that sit and have something better, even though you're not in the real estate or development business. But I just have a sense that that's your purpose and your intent. And maybe it's not altruistic, but the greater good and potential, I feel, is that that we, in fact, would have benefit to that, not only as a city, but to our people as well. So those are just some of my thoughts. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Caputa.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to suspend the rules for one of these gentlemen to come up and speak.
I beg pardon?
Like to suspend the rules, one of the gentlemen will come up and speak, the architect.
Make that motion, sir.
I'll make a motion, we suspend the rules.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Welcome. Again.
Welcome, Kevin Camp, Civil and Environmental Consultants, the engineer for Wiles Companies.
Okay. My question is, with the amendment of the bill is the demolition, the existing the old Kmart, correct?
That is the timeline to be reasonable in that. We would think it would be an activity potentially next year as the rest of those agreements and things like that get worked out, plans get approved, all that other kind of stuff. Yes,
now,
sir.
my question would be, what steps do you are going to take to keep dust down, I'm sure there's asbestos in that building. I don't know if anybody's been in there and, did any kind of testing. I'm sure there's lead paint in there, and that would be my biggest concern about a demo.
Yeah, as far as the specifics is the asbestos-containing material, the ACM and things like that, those extents I don't personally know, but I know they had a demolition contractor that has that type of capability, provide proposal and quote and bid and firm price, that there are laws, rules about dust control and those types of things that have to be adhered to from a demolition standpoint, permit standpoint as well. So the intent is to make sure all those I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
So you have a local contractor, a demo contractor?
I'm not, yeah. I'm getting the nod, that's affirmative.
That's all I have, thank you.
Mr. Siam.
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, my question's been asked and answered. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before we can proceed, is there anyone else in the audience that would like to make comment? Come on up and state your name, please, sir, for the record.
Mike Yavorski, 2959 Willow Creek Estates Drive in Ward 4. First of all, Mr. O'Donnell, thank you for stealing all my thunder, or most of it. But I'm going to proceed anyway because I spent a little bit of time on this. So I have really no opinion one way or another on whether the Brightworks car wash should be built on the old Kmart site. What I think should be considered is that if a car wash is not allowed to proceed with building its facility and, thank you, the planned subsequent demolition of the existing decaying old Kmart building and some sort of planned development of the site, what would happen to this property? I hear the cries from the public of no more car washes, and I expected to see more people here tonight, and the demands for the likes of Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Menards, etc., so on. I am of the belief that none of these establishments now or ones like them will commit to this site. At this point, not only the council, but every citizen of Florissant must ask themselves why. Why are these businesses not locating in Florissant? Why did Lowe's leave? Why did O'Charlie's leave? Why did 54th Street Grill leave? Why did Outback, even though it's in Hazelwood, leave? Everyone in this community must be honest as to why these businesses left and why the likes of the aforementioned Menards, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's are not locating here. As I stated when I started, I really have no opinion one way or the other on another car wash being built. But what I know is that I do not want to see the Kmart site remain as it is. In other words, to sum it up, a Reader's Digest version, the devil that you know may be better than the one you don't.
Thank you, Mike.
And you guys changed the whole program on me. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Clerk, please stand by, please. Mr. Shildroff. 1 second, please. Now you're good?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to say a few things. Last census, we are a city of over 52,000 people for the people who took the time to fill the census out. We have soon to be 9 grocery stores and that's not counting Target and Walmart. We're doing something right in Florissant, okay? We turned down a car wash project 2 weeks ago. The 9th grocery store to come in will be on a site of a car wash that's going to be torn down. There's another car wash that's in the process of going on the market to be sold or tore down. I think we're doing a lot of good things in this town, and I don't think adding one more car wash to stabilize a shopping center would be the end of the world. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Shildroth. Clerk, please poll the council.
Manganelli?
Yes.
Egan?
Yes.
Caputa?
No.
Shildroth?
Yes.
O'Donnell?
Yes.
Pagano? Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Harris? Passes.
By my count, Bill number 9885 passes and becomes ordinance number 8891. New business. Next item on the agenda is new business. The first item under new business is board appointments. Your Honor.
Thank you. I wish to appoint Lucy Baker from Ward 6 to the Youth Advisory Commission.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. And the appointment shall be made.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Shildroth.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to reappoint Jennifer Osborne, 1360 St. Francis, to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board.
Seconded by Mr. Parson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The appointment shall be made.
Thank you. And I'd also like to reappoint Christine Kyle, 110 St. Pierre Street, to the Landmarks and Historic District Commission.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the appointment is made.
That's all I have. Thank you, sir.
Next item on the agenda will be bills for first reading. Bill number 9886.
Ordinance authorizing a special use permit to Town Grill to allow for the operation of a carry-out restaurant for the property located at 18 Patterson Plaza Shopping Center in B3 Extensive Business District.
Next item on the agenda is council announcements. Mr. O'Donnell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to do a shout out to one of our Florissant businesses, that is Fritz's Frozen Custard. There was an issue with a neighbor over the last couple months, and I'll try to summarize it in the interest of time. Essentially, there was a light on the back of Fritz's that was used as a night light, a security for their back entrance. As it played against the facade and the white building, it created a real glare into the neighbor's yard, and was really difficult for her to be outside or even look at that. So normally we would handle that by going through the clerk's office and through ordinance, but in this case I decided to reach out and specifically to one of the owners, or the owner, Brian Fritz. And Mr. Fritz was very receptive, and initially over time as we tried to kind of connect, to take a light bulb of a lesser wattage or see if that would do anything, and that still was problematic. And right after that, I had some of his people go out and change it out and put a guard up that totally changed the situation. So I would just like to, if nothing else, affirm them for being not only good corporate citizens in our city, but affirm them for being being such good neighbors. That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. O'Donnell. Mr. Caputa, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next Tuesday is 4th of July. Wish everybody have a safe 4th of July. It's on a Tuesday this year, so be courteous of all your neighbors. Don't be out shooting fireworks out all night long. People got to work the next day. So be courteous of all your neighbors this 4th of July. If you own a firearm, make sure you keep that firearm secured. Do not leave it inside your vehicle. Thank you. That's all I have.
Next on the agenda is comments from Mayor Lowry. Your Honor.
Well, the first thing is I do want to, obviously Tuesday is the 4th of July, but myself and the chief want to remind everybody that fireworks are actually prohibited in the city of Florissant. Wow. So please don't shoot fireworks in the city of Florissant.
Are they? Wow, that's a great plan.
This Wednesday, June 28th, we're going to do a plaque dedication for the late Harold Bud Foley and Bernice Foley, which is going to be right directly across from City Hall. And then following that will be our Wednesday night out, which is going to be at Jefferson Street and St. Francis. And of course, going back to the theme of the 4th of July, we will have our festival, our 4th of July festival at the Egan Center. And that will be started at 7:15 with a concert by the Well Hungarians. And then the fireworks will start around 9:15, so please attend that. Another thing I want to mention is that there's a first responder canteen bowling fundraiser. If anybody doesn't know what the first responder canteen is, these are a group of volunteers that have this organization. It's a wonderful organization that when there's a major incident that happens, such as a fire, anything like that, these people respond and take care of our feeding and providing drinks to our first responders, our firefighters, our police officers. And so that event's going to be on July the 8th from 1 to 4. It's a bowling fundraiser, and that's going to be at Crest Bowl in Florissant. Please look that up, and certainly it's going to be a great event. Like I said, great volunteers here in the city that really do take care of our first responders. So that's all I have. Thank you.
The next meeting of the Florissant City Council will be Monday, July 10th, 2023. Mr. Harris moves for adjournment. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroff. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the council shall stand adjourned.
29 last one.